Hi folks, welcome back to Conan Exiles, and this is going to be episode 6 of the Beginner's Guide series. And in this episode we'll be dealing with the Riddle of Steel. So steel is probably one of the first items that is a bit more complicated to craft and actually takes a few stages to craft, which the game doesn't automatically point you in the right direction. So what you require to make steel is, firstly, you need iron bars, which we've obviously already encountered. We've got some ironstone and we've put it in the furnace and we've made iron bars out of that. But to make it into steel, we need to add to that some Steelfire. And Steelfire is made in the Fireball Cauldron. So if we look at our feats, again, back in survival, we have the Iron Bowl Cauldron, which itself is available at level 15, even though actual steel is not available until level 30. I'm only level 29 at the moment, but by the time we get ready to get the steel on the go, hopefully we'll have enough XP to get to 30 and we'll unlock the steel tools. But we'll start off with the Fireball Cauldron, so we'll unlock that. That is handcrafted. So we look in our crafting section, and there we have the Fireball Cauldron, which it requires 50 iron bars and 20 twine. So let's go and get those items and get that crafted. So off screen I went on another little iron run, so we've got some more iron, so we'll have 50 of them. And we don't have any, there we go, 20 twine I think it was. In here, fireball, and craft that up. There we go. Right, we'll stick that down in the corner here. Okay, so the Fireball Cauldron by default allows us to craft 4 things. One is alchemical base, which is used in high level crafting and is very expensive to make because it requires silver dust and gold dust. Another very expensive thing to make is dragon powder, because that requires demon blood, brimstone, crystal and 100 Steelfire to make 1 dragon powder. That's used in explosives later on. Stone consolidant, which is used to harden stone bricks into hardened bricks. We haven't encountered bricks yet, but that'll come a bit later on. And what we're looking for is Steelfire. So Steelfire uses tar and brimstone. Tar we've already encountered because that is a byproduct of the tanning process, so we've got plenty of tar here, but we haven't got any brimstone. And brimstone can be found in a couple of places on the map. One of which is this Sinner's Refuge cage. It's just slightly up from where we are. Another one is there's another cave over here somewhere with crocs in it that has brimstone in it. And this area up here is the Shattered Springs. There's lots of brimstone up there. However, that whole area is covered in a noxious gas. So you need some sort of gas mask, whether that is the sandstorm mask or the setite mask that you can craft from a set altar if you follow the set religion. But in order to craft the sandstorm mask, which most people craft it requires steel bars. So of course you need to have steel bars in order to get the brimstone to get in and protect yourself from the poisonous gas in there. So the first and easiest place we can get brimstone from is this Sinner's Refuge cage here. So we'll grab Sink, our pillow dancer at the moment, and we'll head up to that cave and we'll go and get ourselves some brimstone. So we'll see you up there. Alright, so we've come up the hill. You can see down there is the lake that has that croc boss on it that we've skirted around plenty of times up till now. And we've come up the hill, and if you turn right just at this, the hill does continue up, but if you turn right just at this point here, there is hyenas up there, so we're give them a bit of a wide berth. And this cave entrance here is Sinner's Refuge. We'll come back here a lot over the next couple of episodes because it's such a great place to come. But at the moment we need to fight ourselves in and find some brimstone inside. So we'll head up. There's 3 guys out here. We've got these 2 guys with pikes, so we'll tell Sank to get cracking on them. Pikes are really annoying because of they've got long reach, and the guys tend to do that kick which makes your shield go up.
I never wanted to be here.
Get that one there as well. Meanwhile there's an archer up the back.
You picked the wrong fight! Taste death!
Okay, that's those 2 down. Right, go and take out that one. Anything exciting on them? Not really.
You picked the wrong fight!
Done Sank. Okay. Right, so as we enter the cave and it gets a bit on the dark side, these yellow rocks here, these are the rocks that we're looking for. There. Look, that is brimstone, and there is loads of brimstone in here. There's another one. And another one. There's another one, but there's usually a guy that will come up the... Oh, it's an archer, female archer. So go on, Sink, you can take them out. Because see there's a button of people up in the top, they're all at pool, there's a couple around that campfire.
Attack!
So we'll just clear these guys out. Level 1.
Curse you!
What are you? Time level 1.
God's
And then there's 3 archers up on the top. Just hold the shield up and just send our thrall in to do the dirty work for us. Obviously not actually hitting me because... There we go.
wanted to be here.
No, you didn't want to be here. Okay. Alright, so they've got a light helmet. Downstairs. Just check them, see if they've got anything decent on them. Nope. Just stone. Where's the rest? Yeah, some arrows. Stone and a pike. Stone and a pike. Okay, so yeah, nothing much exciting on those guys. Further into the cave, and that next section is like the last area, but there are almost always a named thrall in there. Sometimes it spawns as a priest, either a Mitra or a Zath priest, but usually you get at least one named thrall in this cave. So once we start moving on to actually collecting a whole bunch of thralls, especially for our crafting stations, we'll visit this cave quite a lot and just see what's in here, kill everything off, grab what we can, let it respawn, do it again and again. But at the moment we just want brimstone. And as I said, there are tons of it in here. So we won't go any further. There's enough. Oh, I accidentally picked it up some human flesh. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of the bones. Get rid of the salt. Get some salt from the brimstone nodes as well, which can be used in crafting cooking recipes later on. And you have a stove and you've learned some different cooking stuff. Almost encumbered, so you can get that last node there. Might be a bit difficult to see, especially on YouTube, but unfortunately I don't have a torch yet, which I noticed in my journey step up in the top right. What the next thing to do is craft a torch. So we will have to do that. Okay, is that it all in this half? So we've got 1,206, which is enough. Oh, and there's another one. Oh. Right, that looks like it all. Okay, let's head back out. So 1,290. So we head back to camp and we'll get it in the Fireball Cauldron. Okay, we're back again. Right, so if we go to the Fireball Cauldron and we put in our various stacks of brimstone that we have, this time we have to choose. You don't just hit craft, you choose what you want to craft, say how much of it you want to craft. So we've got enough, we've got lots of brimstone, but we've only got enough tar to make 250, so we'll make 250 and off it'll go. It's going to take a little while, so I'll see you once that's complete. See you soon. Okay, our 250 Steelfire is now complete. So the next stage is we take it over to the furnace and we put the furnace, we put the Steelfire and we put the iron bars in here with some fuel, and we hit play. And you can see we're getting steel bars. Now if you can see, that's dropping down by 1. This is dropping down by 5. So it actually takes 5 steel bars to make, no, 5 iron bars to make 1 steel bar. So steel is expensive. You're going to need a lot of iron in order to get a decent amount of steel in the early game. We'll leave that to smelt away and we'll come back when we've got enough bars to craft something. Okay, so we've crafted 90 steel bars, but the slight issue is that we're still only 29. We're very, very close to 30, and as we discussed earlier, you need to be level 30 to make the steel bars. So we just need to get one more level, and as I said when I was in the Sinner's Refuge, that if we craft a torch, that'll give us a journey step and that'll help us. So what do we need to craft a torch? There is an improvised torch, but it lasts no time at all, whereas a proper torch just needs 5 plant fibre and 1 piece of wood. So let's just grab a piece of, I tell you what, a bit of plant fibre on you. So we need 5 of them. And we need a piece of wood, which is just over here. Hatchet. Torch, proper torch, craft. And then we put it on a hotbar, hit 6. We've gained the journey stop, this journey step for use a torch, and it has leveled us up to level 30. So now we're level 30, we can go and learn steel tools, which allows us to make the steel pick, a steel hatchet, a steel repair hammer, and a steel sickle. We haven't talked about steel repair hammers or repair hammers of any sort. When your building gets damaged, so if we go up to the building piece and hold tab, you can see that HP of that sandstone frame is 7,000 of 7,000, so it's at full health. But if it had been damaged by either a creature attacking it or an enemy thrall attacking it, then the HP of it would be reduced, and it would show you how much stone and how much wood is required to repair it. It also shows you what's called stability. So items of buildings need stability to stay upright, and they get their stability from a foundation. So this has got 100% stability because it's connected directly vertically to a foundation piece just down there. But as you build out the way, they reduce in stability. I wonder if I can check that on my up here. What's this one? Yes, so this has got, so this piece here has got a foundation underneath it and then walls that come straight up. So this piece then goes out the way, so it loses 20% stability. This piece goes 20% again, so it's 60. This piece will have, oh, okay, so it's getting it from downstairs, so coming from the other direction. But because there's a wall at both ends giving stability in the middle, you could, if you were building straight out, you would only be able to build 4 pieces out before you had 0 stability, and you wouldn't be able to attach any more, and you'd have to either bring a wall or a pillar down to a foundation again to increase stability to keep going. But a repair hammer shows you the stability and helps you with that, but also is used for repairing broken items that have been damaged. Okay, so we've got our steel now, we've got our branches, so we can make steel tools, if we could spell steel right. So steel pick, oh, it requires leather. Steel hatchet also requires leather, so we need to get some leather. Here. And there. Back to steel. So let's make a pick. And a hatchet. Right, then we can replace our iron pick, which in turn we can now throw away the stone stuff, we won't need that anymore. And we've got a steel hatchet. So they've got higher durability than the iron ones, so they'll last longer, but also they also do more damage, so you'll get more materials back from them. So just like when we upgraded from our stone to our iron, on the one iron run, we got considerably more iron. If we did the same thing again, we'd get considerably more because we've got steel now. So what we can do is, if we look at our feats again, we should now be able to, can we make any steel weapons? So not quite yet. So level 31 we'll be able to upgrade our short sword. That's iron, long sword. Let's see what that is. There's the short sword that we're using. In one more level we'll be able to upgrade that to the steel version. And then we've got the various other tools at level 38, 40. And then you're going into the hardened steel, which is later on. So what we need to do now is we need to get some more iron on the go. But that is the basics of steel. So it's a bit more complicated than the iron. So we start the process by skinning hides. We put the hides in the tannery to give us leather, but also the tar as a byproduct. We mix that with brimstone to make Steelfire. Take ironstone that we mine from the rocks and turn that into iron bars, and then we mix the iron bars and the Steelfire together to create steel, and that's how we get our steel bars. And then we can use that for better weapons and for better tools. Okay, that'll do for this episode. And I'd like to thank you all for watching, and have a nice day now.